This is the new Ford Capri. And no, your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. This isn't some forgotten Chinese crossover rebatch for Europe. This is the official 2025 Ford Capri. An EV, a crossover, a plastic impersonator, and it's a disgrace. Ford didn't bring back the Capri. They dug up the name, nailed it to a boxy Volkswagen platform, and said, nostalgia sells, let's use that. But you can't fake legacy, you can't fake soul, and you damn sure can't fake the Capri. Because the real Ford Capri wasn't a lifestyle product for city dwellers. It was a poor man's hero, a coupe for the people, a rear-wheel drive legend that gave working class drivers their own slice of Mustang magic. And now, it's been reduced to this. But before we talk about how Ford butchered the classic, let's talk about what made Capri a national treasure in the first place. The story starts in 1969. Ford of Europe wanted to replicate the wild success of the Ford Mustang across Atlantic, but for a different market. European roads were tighter, fuel was pricier, people didn't have muscle car money, but they wanted the same feeling. So, Ford built the Capri MK1, rear-wheel drive, long hood, fastback roofline, affordable price. This was the European Mustang. Engines range from a modest 1.3 liter 4-cylinder to the SX 3 liter V6. The car was modular. Build it how you liked. Cruiser? Sure. Weekend racer? Absolutely. And the Capri RS 2600? A real homologation special. Built for Group 2 racing. It had mechanical fuel injection, lightweight panels, and won races across Europe. By 1974, Ford had sold over 1 million Capris. It was affordable aspiration, and it was everywhere. The Capri MK2 arrived in the wake of the oil crisis. People were tightening their belts, but Ford still delivered a car that looked sharp and felt exciting. The MK2 softened the lines a little, improved visibility, and replaced the old boot with a more practical hatchback, but it didn't lose its spirit. It was still rear-wheel drive, still came with a full range of engines, and it still had that unmistakable stance. It became more livable, more usable, but no less desirable. And despite growing up a little, it still wore its flat arches with pride. In Britain, it was the dream car of the working man, TV cops, and every lad who wanted to look like a rock star without paying like one. By 1978, the Capri got a sharper, more aerodynamic facelift. The MK3 kept the spirit of the original alive while refining the formula. And then came the 2.8 liter injection, a fuel-injected V6 that gave the Capri real teeth. This was a genuine sports coupe you could afford. Ford even made the 2.8i special with stiffer suspension, wider wheels, and a real spoiler that screamed confidence. There were limited editions like the Thick Ford Turbo, a brutal 205 horsepower monster that could outrun Porsches, if you had the money. But no matter which version you had, the Capri had character. It looked like it was moving even when parked. It sounded mean. It slid through corners, and it gave you that feeling of driving something special, even if it cost less than a new family saloon. Production ended in 1986, Ford called time on a legend, and they never truly replaced it. You couldn't walk down a British street in the 70s and 80s without spotting a Capri, and if you didn't own one, you wanted one. It wasn't just a car, it was an icon. The Capri meant you were going somewhere, even if you were skinned and working double shifts. It was easy to modify, easy to repair, easy to love. And it stayed in people's heart long after Ford stopped building it. So, what did Ford do? Nearly 40 years later, did they bring back a rear-wheel drive coupe, a sleek two-door with a V6 motor and a Mustang styling? No. They gave us a Volkswagen-based crossover. The Capri EV is just a Ford-branded VW ID.5 with a couple of design tweaks and a stolen badge. It weighs almost 2 tons. It's front-wheel drive unless you buy the all-wheel drive variant. It doesn't have a coupe roofline. It has a coupe-like roofline, which is just marketing talk for "we ruined the boot space." It got no manual transmission, no driving feel, just screens, synthetic steering feel, and the Capri badge that's as out of place as a Porsche badge on a lawnmower. Ford says it's about bringing the Capri to a new generation. But who asked for this? Did car enthusiasts? Did classic Capri owners? Did anyone? You can't call it a Capri just because you gave it a sloped rear end and remembered to put the nameplate on the tailgate. The Capri wasn't about efficiency or technology. It was about emotion. It was about giving the underdog a chance to drive something cool. The Capri EV is not a comeback. It's a corporate cash grab, hiding behind a legendary name to sell another indistinguishable electric SUV to the taxless market. Ford had a chance. They could have built something exciting, a modern Capri for the new era, a sleek V6 coupe with performance and soul. Instead, they gave us a box on wheels and called it history. The original Capri gave working class drivers a dream. The new one gives them a menu screen and a software update. This isn't the car you always promised yourself. This is the car marketing promised shareholders.